Just go home, get the ammo ready, get the bazooka, get the 50 cal ready, get everything ready, because it's, when we come into game 4, we know that we got to shoot our gun, we got to shoot our shots, and we got to do it with an aggression. And
what's up, guys? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast, and we got to talk about the Dallas Mavericks losing a third straight game to the Boston Celtics. And I'm going to identify exactly everything that I saw in this game. And I'm going to tell you guys that LeBron James is needed because, Kyrie Irving, he wanted to, go on his own journey now. Keep in mind, he left LeBron James, high and dry. And I don't think that he was wrong. I think that his maturity would not allow him to see the good benefits, and at the time, I also think that LeBron James played a vital role in his decision making. But nonetheless, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving in this whole playoff run, and I saw a different Kyrie Irving, right? I saw a more mature, composed, distributor, leader. All those things are good, but I think that Kyrie is having a problem, with his identity. And I'm not saying he's a guy who doesn't know who he is. What I'm saying is it may not be in his identity and his game for him to try to be this leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's prohibiting him from unleashing the way that he should unleash, because LeBron James typically took that load off of him, right? We know when Kyrie Irving was playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers alongside LeBron James, the team that Kyrie Irving was drafted to, it was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was a match made in heaven, and that's why him and Luka can still play, decently together. And I'm definitely going to get into this situation with Luka because, oh my goodness. But man, I just think that Kyrie Irving misses LeBron James. And I think that LeBron James misses him. We saw the post. We know that the feeling is mutual. We see LeBron James come out and say that he loved this guy, he missed this guy, and he wished that, they could have stayed together. And then you see him unfollow everybody who tried to act like he was trying to take the moment from Kyrie Irving. I'm not the most, fanatic of LeBron James, but I don't think that in that moment he was trying to take the light from Kyrie Irving. I think that he genuinely respects Kyrie Irving because Kyrie Irving stood his ground and showed his ass. Listen, man, I'm not no do-boy. I'm not a yes man, and I'm not a little bro to you. Treat me as a man and treat me as an equal. And I think that that's Kyrie Irving's makeup. And we saw Kyrie Irving come out multiple times, especially when he was with the Boston Celtics, and call LeBron James and say, I'm sorry, I wish I would have listened, because he saw what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and all of those young cats over there were doing, and they weren't really trying to listen to him. And I saw this look in Kyrie Irving's face last night. You can see it in the post-game presser. This is a man who is not broken, but damn near close in these playoffs, because it's hard to show up, man. It's hard to show up game after game after game and give you all. He put on a phenomenal game last night, and he went back into old Kyrie. And you got to understand, man, like the stuff that Kyrie's on, his meditation, saging the court, his beliefs, his religion, all those things that make Kyrie so special, that can sometimes interfere with your game and your mental, because you put so much focus into things, that are important to you outside of basketball, that it can take away from basketball, even if you're a growing person. I mean, it's totally human. But I saw this look on his face, man, and I said to myself, and why I'm going to make this video, I saw him look like, man, if LeBron James was here, this would be totally different. Okay? I'm just being honest with you guys. If LeBron James was there, man, I mean, the way that Luka was playing is trash. I'm definitely about to can his ass, because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wanted Kyrie Irving to win it on his own. I wanted to see, was he capable of doing it on his own? And I look at the surrounding cast, and I said, well, damn. I see why LeBron James always wants a third supporting star. And role players that know exactly how to play their role. Because those guys were not ready for the moment, and the only person who seems to be ready for the moment is Luka and Kyrie. The only person who's physically ready for the moment is Kyrie Irving. Everybody else is just there. They weren't able to create shots because of the one-on-one situations and the ball handling. And it's just unfortunate to see, because this will most likely be a sweep. And I can hear the defeat in the opening monologue of this video. At the end of the day, somebody had to lose. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this post from Brian Windhorst, right? And you can tell that a lot of people probably betted on this, and a lot of the Luka fans are exposing Luka, for the European LeBron James theatricals that he displayed. And I'm here, guys. Like, I'm a Dallas native, all right? I wanted to see Kyrie winning more than Luka, even though they're on the same team. We can, secretly or privately root for, our own players based off of, just the fandom. And this was something Brian Windhorst said. If Luka's ever going to be a winner, he's going to have to use this finals as a learning experience. His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. He is costing his team because of how he treats the officials. And guys, when I saw the way that Luka Doncic was clapping his hand, telling the referees to wake the F up, I was like, oh my goodness. And like, Luka does not care. And I get that he's a grown baby. He's a grown baby. And he thinks that those European tactics are going to help him, win these games. Luka is very selfish. He's a superstar. He's talented. His offensive game, amazing. But he has to understand that, man, these refs are human. Ain't nobody finna let you sit there and talk to them and yell at them crazy and clap your hands at them like they're illiterate, like they're not competent at their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw this guy's defensive effort, right? Game 1, when I saw Luka Doncic's defensive effort, I said to myself, if the Mavs do not win, I am not going to feel sorry for Luka Doncic. Because once you're competing for a championship, it needs to be an all-hands effort. It needs to be all-around game. You see these athletes out here work their ass off. You see these athletes out here stay in shape year-round. Luka Doncic want to smoke cigarettes. His fat-faced ass wants to drink beer, pout, and the way that he plays his European basketball, trying to draw these fouls and get people to jump into him with all this and that. Very James Harden-esque to me at times. And the difference between him and Joker is I actually respect Joker's hustle. I respect Joker on the Denver Nuggets. I respect Joker the way he's out of breath from effort, from trying. When I see Luka Doncic, man, it's just a guy who wants to hold his hand up and say, clap and give me the ball. Clap and give me the ball. Get out of my way. Clap, give me the ball. But when it's on defense, his slow-footed ass does not want to hustle. He does not want to hustle. So to me, that's disrespecting the game. You see these NBA players making millions and millions of dollars, and like a guy in this picture, Jaylen Brown, is jacked, stacked. I'm not saying that you have to be a workout warrior, but there is no way you play this many games, burn this many calories, and you're not in top tier shape. I know everybody's not a workout warrior. I know Patrick Mahomes has a dad bod, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. He's a 3-time champion. I know he was courtside. Good job. But man, Luka Doncic disrespects the game to me. And if and when they lose, I will not feel sorry for him, because he's going to know the next time, which these moments are very hard to get to, he's going to know that, hey, I got to stay in shape. I got to eat right. I got to take this seriously, because those guys on the other team, they've been there. They faced defeat, right? So they know when this moment came again, how to execute. You have to take your lumps and bruises along the way, right? And you have to take your craft and your fitness, your cardio, all that, man. You got to take that stuff serious, man. And Luka Doncic, to me, displayed why he is the biggest loser. You're pouting. You're not getting any effort. Like Brian Windhorst just said, you are a hole on the court. You're the last man damn near crossing the half court, but you want the ball every time. And then you're not getting your teammates involved, man. I see why all of these NBA players and some of these TV analysts call you a loser. I see why they don't support you, and I see why they don't, root for Luka in the end, because he uses tricks, and I know some people call him like a magician and all that, but what I saw was just desperation and constantly trying to get the foul versus straight up balling. Now, we saw that from Kyrie Irving. And once I saw his offensive style, he has a lot of similarities as LeBron James, but once I saw like his physicality, his lack of athleticism, I said, okay, this is why Kyrie Irving misses LeBron James. And that's just simply what it boils down to. These two were a match made in heaven, and now that Kyrie Irving has fell flat on his face, right, in the finals, maybe they can get a game 4, but if I'm them at this point, the pressure that comes with playing these games, the long-winded, minutes, everything it takes for these players to play, in these final games, man, I'm ready to pack it up. If I'm the Dallas Mavs, I'm not saying I want to quit, right? But I am mentally just drained. I'm just drained. I'm saying? It's going to take a lot to come out of this hole. And let's be honest, the depth that the Boston Celtics have is ridiculous. I mean, Porzingis could literally sit on the bench and he's going to get his ring. They don't know who they want to give the Finals MVP to. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Kudos to the Boston Celtics, man. Brad Stevens, excuse me. Kudos to them, man. They showed up. They played ball. They handled business. They executed. They have a fearless leader in Jaylen Brown. I get it. Jason Tatum has the more God-given, skill set. But, Jaylen Brown has emerged, and he showed everyone in the second half. So, I'm just going to wrap this video up. Kyrie, hold your head. Maybe the Dallas. If I'm the Dallas Mavs, man, I'm going to try to make a run at like a Klay Thompson. I need a third guy that can give me buckets and take the air out of the building when we need it. You know what I'm saying? When we're facing these away teams, I need a Klay Thompson who's a fearless sniper. And I know Orlando is trying to get him, but the Dallas Mavs have a lot to do this offseason. I know that Kyrie, I think another year or two there. But man, this was a fun run. It was beautiful to see Kyrie Irving, rehabilitate himself and to see this growth. But let's not play like Kyrie Irving isn't sitting there in moments thinking that LeBron James is the guy that needs to be his running mate. It is what it is, and that's just what I saw. So you guys tell me what y'all think as Kyrie Irving is getting ready to be swept. LeBron James, the GOAT, as most people like to say, he's been swept. So I wouldn't say that it's going to stop Kyrie Irving from being a Hall of Famer. Everyone knows that this guy has one of the most gifted skill sets ever. So, he couldn't get it done. Most likely he won't get it done, should I say. And you guys stay tuned, and you guys tell me what y'all think about this situation and what did y'all get from it. See you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.